Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the fourth Friday of the month. You are watching Affinity Community Services. I'm Juvan, Watkins.
I'm Deshawn. I am chair of the board of directors at Affinity Community Services.
And I am one of the newest board members on the for Affinity. Hi.
If you're not familiar with Affinity, Affinity is a nonprofit social justice organization located on the south side of Chicago. Been serving the Black LGBTQ community here for over 20 years, and our primary focus are Black women.
Black women. Hey, where you at? We've been here. We're waiting for you.
Indeed. We're excited that you're joining us tonight. This is actually Jovan's first time joining the show, so that's always fun. So feel free to call us 312-738-1060 if you have any questions, comments, just want to show us some love. We appreciate it. And actually, it's funny today because we're co-hosting this, and actually Juvan is leading this interview for the, so I'm not even really hosting today. I'm actually answering the questions.
She's a figment of your imagination. So actually, since we're talking about it, we're going to kind of lead into it, okay? If you don't know, Deshawn, local celebrity. Yes, you are. Get out of here. So with that said, okay, she's the founder of E3 Radio, and also, as she may mention, she's president of the board of directors for Affinity Community Services. So, E3 Radio, please tell us about that.
E3 is an online radio network curated from a queer point of view. So we intentionally program our music to highlight some of the fiercest, hottest queer and independent artists in the marketplace. And then our live programs, we have live shows that are really special because our hosts are funny and they're unique and knowledgeable in their own subject matter experts. And so we stream 24/7, 365 from e3radio.fm.
Wow. That sounds awesome. So, correct me if I'm wrong, a little birdie told me you guys have an event coming up?
We do have an event coming up. It's actually our 5th annual Purple Tie concert and silent auction. It's an event that I started when I turned 30, 5 years ago, clearly. And, I give back to my favorite nonprofits. And this year we're giving back to Affinity, actually, and the Church Within a Church movement, 2 organizations that I do a lot of work with, been working with for probably over 10 years, each respectively. And they both made really huge impacts on my life. And so they were the first organizations that we gave back to, and it was our first year, and we didn't make any money. And so when thinking about who to give back to this year, we thought it would be really great to circle back to these organizations and actually give back, truly give back something substantial to them for everything that they give to the community.
Wow, that's amazing. And we at Affinity, obviously, we appreciate that. I mean, so let me ask you a quick question, right? So when I think of the event, Purple Tie, why Purple Tie?
Well, purple is like one of E3's colors. It's also royalty. It's also really fly. It's also pretty unisex. Really it doesn't have a gender associated to purple. And I just wanted to do something where people could dress up just a little bit, just be a little fly, but definitely wasn't looking for it to be a black tie affair. I think that's just, it's too typical. It's too normalized. So I thought, why not take the brand, put it together with something that people are familiar with, and call it the Purple Tie.
Ooh, that's a nice answer. So crafted. I enjoy that very much. All right, so dig it. Okay, so Purple Tie, it sounds like an awesome way to come out, support E3 Radio, support the organizations, which once again, if you need information about how to do so, do not hesitate to go to our website, www.affinity95.org, or you can actually go to E3's website, which is...
e3radio.org, and you can click on the Purple Tie Affair. It'll take you to a page where you can watch a really great video about the event, find out more information, tells you a little bit about the event. You can purchase your tickets, check out the flyer, and even a past video of the Purple Tie Affair, so you can kind of get an idea of the entire event.
Okay. So, the little birdie that talks to me every now and then, it's pretty talkative.
Yeah.
So, to my understanding, there are some special things that's being offered at the event. Can you go into detail about that, kind of, sort of?
Absolutely. So, this is the first year we're branding it as a concert. And what's really great about that is that, we're going to have music the entire time. We've always had musical artists. We're a radio station. So clearly music is a part of what we do. But this time, intentionally branding it as a concert. So we have Sam Trump performing during the VIP hour. And if you're familiar with Sam Trump, you know that he is funk, soul, jazz, new age. He's going to be there with his 3-4-piece band during the entire VIP hour. And then we have a wonderful performance from a drag performer. You can't have a queer event and not have a drag performer.
Facts.
That is a fact. So Cleo Apocalypse will be joining us as our drag performer doing her, she's going to actually be honoring Aretha Franklin, the queen. This year is our Royale edition, so she figured that would fit perfectly, and I think it does. And then we have Boom Scat, which is a duo out of DC coming in to perform during General. They are amazing. One of the sisters actually lived here in Chicago for quite some time. We love us some Patience, and so Boom Scat is going to be performing during General. And then we have the silent auction.
Wow.
Which is fantastic. We're actually taking the silent auction online this year. And you can view those at 32auctions.com/purpletie2018. If that's a little too long for you, that's okay. You can just visit the website e3radio.org to find out more information. But we have some really great silent auction prizes. And so really what I wanted to do, because the Church Within a Church movement, who we're giving back to, is a national organization, and everybody is not here based in Chicago. So I wanted to do something where they could participate online as well. And I've been wanting to take things online for quite some time, found a wonderful platform to do so. And so we're going to do all our bidding online. There won't be any more sheets of paper where people are bidding. You will create an account with 32auctions.com, and then you will create an account, log in, and you will watch list the things that you want to bid on. You can bid right from your phone, from your tablet, from anywhere you are. And we're actually going to open the bidding on midnight of October the 4th, the day of the actual event. So by the time that the Purple Tie actually begins at 7 p.m. at Sidetrack here in Chicago, the bidding should have already started. People should have already started to take, those things should have started to take place, and we should already be having some Purple Tie fun throughout the course of the day.
Wow, I just can imagine. Okay, first off, if you haven't gotten your, ability to go create that, go to the site, support, come on out. But also, curiosity. So let's say I wasn't able to go to the event, but I still wanted to support.
Yeah.
Can I be a part of that silent auction?
Absolutely, please. I want anybody who can't be there physically to participate in the silent auction. We have some really wonderful silent auction prizes. I think some highlights: the Chicago Sky, our WNBA team here, is actually providing an awesome auction prize. They are providing 2 VIP tickets to a game next season. VIP means unlimited drinks, unlimited food for the entire game. And you're also getting an autographed t-shirt from Cheyenne Parker, which is a really great package. For us folks that like to be real fly, you can get you a custom suit jacket made. And when I say custom, I mean you're customizing the inside of the jacket. You want a pattern on the outside. You want your initials on the inside jacket. Which buttons. You want double-breasted, you want single. You can just get really fly with it. Wine tasting certificates, businesses, interior design, consulting. We've got all types of silent auction prizes that folks can bid on. And really, the whole point is not only just get a service or to get a really cool prize, but the money is going back to 2 really great organizations, and that's really where I really want to keep the focus. I think Tom Joyner probably coined the phrase of partying with a purpose, because he's been doing that for decades, one of my radio idols. So I think, that's really the point of this, is for us to party with a purpose and not to forget why we're partying. And that's really just to give back. And so even if you can't make it, the silent auction is one way. But then on our Eventbrite page, you can just make a donation. I had someone the other day make a donation for $5, because that's what they could do. And that's what's up. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can't make it, if the ticket is too pricey, first off, we got discount codes, okay? So hit me up if you need a discount code. But you could just make a donation. A donation goes a long way in regards to raising money for this type of an event and for those organizations.
Okay, so you know what? Actually, you're segueing into our next little topic here.
Wonderful.
So you made mention of Tom, radio, juggernaut, right?
Yeah.
So, who or what are your inspirations when you're doing E3?
Wow. So I'd say my top 2 inspirations are Robin Roberts and Kathy Hughes are probably my top 2.
Wow.
But
big shoes.
they're huge shoes, right? And I think that they are really great examples of Black women in media who have made their own way and made their own paths, right? So Robin Roberts starting off in sports, being an athlete in college, transitioning to sports broadcasting, transitioning to mainstream Good Morning America type life. She's done everything possible in media. Then you talk about a Kathy Hughes who started off just buying radio stations, Black radio stations, till today, owning and operating a whole media company that includes television and radio. I think that they are really two fine examples of what it means to be successful when you define yourself as success as hitting those types of targets. When it comes to radio, though, I grew up in Chicago, so Herb Kent and Tom Joyner and Bonnie Deshawn and gosh, I could probably go on and on. Today, I love listening to Kendra G and WGCI in the morning. I love radio, Miha. I do listen to a lot of radio, and I love it because I feel like it's a very pure platform. I feel like people aren't so infatuated with what you look like, what you got on, what your hair looks like today. And I think there's something powerful about just hearing somebody's voice.
Wow. That's amazing. So, that's going to move us into another direction as well, which is, so E3 Radio services, correct me if I'm wrong, people of color within the LGBTQ community, right?
Primarily.
Okay, primary audience. Yeah. So what made you want to go in that direction for, an outlet?
There just doesn't exist, right? So I think that, oftentimes LGBT means white. And we can just be real about that, and I think that's very clear. Just like when you say America or American, it by default that means white. And I think that we have a lot of work to do in regards to creating platforms for queer, LGBT, Black and brown folks. That doesn't include AfterEllen.com. That doesn't include Out.com. And there's more to music than just that, and I think that their platforms need to be created to uplift independent Black and brown artists. With that being said, that's primary audience. I think people who love music love good music, and so that's what we're also looking to do. We play commercial music because you got to hook people in when they listen to new stuff. They don't know what to do with it. They, because there's so much music out here that people have just never heard, and we're curating that type of environment on the radio. So we play commercial music. We play a lot of stuff: rock, R&B, soul. Everything. Our curator, Jace, he loves everything. So he puts everything in there, and so we're trying to figure out how that flows and how that looks and feels. But at the end of the day, a platform for us, I think, and bringing all of ourselves to it, and we are coming from intersections. It's Black, it's queer, it's rock, it's all of that, and I think that that's what really makes it special.
Wow, it really is special.
I think so.
As someone that falls in those brackets, thank you so very much for thinking of someone like myself. That's really dope. You're somebody like myself. Look at you. Facts.
We know how we do.
Hey, speaking of which, we're actually going to move on because we got a caller. Hey, caller.
Hey, y'all, this is Imani.
Hey, Imani.
Hey. If y'all don't know, Imani is the executive director of Affinity Community Services.
Thank you so much for the intro. I just wanted to say you guys are doing a wonderful, wonderful job. Juvan, I see you. This is your first time. You don't even have any questions with you. You are doing an amazing job. And Anna, I want to thank you too, Anna, for choosing Affinity as one of the beneficiaries for the Purple Tie event this year. Such an honor. We really appreciate it. Love having you as a board member, but then also just you've always supported Affinity, for longer than, anyone I know. So I appreciate that. And I also want to say that I was the winner of the silent auction last year. So I'm excited to participate again last year.
Yeah.
Remember, I won the grand prize.
Yes, you did. I remember. It was a good one, too.
It was. So you guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. And thank you for being there tonight because I am, as you know, I'm going to a comedy show at the Vic tonight, but afterwards I'm speaking about the work that we do at Affinity. So just appreciate all the support from the board, y'all being out there, showing folks what we're doing. So thank you so much.
That's what we are, Imani. We're a team.
I appreciate that. Great job.
Thank you so much for calling in. So, actually, Imani calling in, Anna being here, myself, really need to put emphasis on the fact that this is an organization that is all about the LGBTQ community, in particular, looking at women, black women of color. I'm sorry, black women of color, black queer women. Yeah. So with that said, if you haven't come out to check out the programming that we have at Affinity, please do. There are so many different things. Any age, we got something for you, love. This is what you want. Okay, so come out. You can go to our website, which is www.affinity95.org. You can see the type of events we have, the type of peer groups that we have. I mean, just anything that you would want to do, we're here for you. This is your organization. So, yeah, thank you, Anna. That's awesome.
I'm here for you.
Thank you so much. So now, we were talking about ways to support, right? So E3 very clearly is in the door with that support, and we are wildly appreciative of that. So when it comes to Affinity, we also have an opportunity for you to support as well. We have our up-and-coming gala.
Absolutely. Black Gold.
Hashtag finest. I just made that up. So it's actually hashtag we are Affinity. So, Black Gold. This is our second annual Black Gold. It's a casino night with Affinity Community Services. That's actually slated for November the 3rd. Okay, so if you want to figure out how you can attend, how you can support, please go ahead and go to our website where you'll find the information necessary to segue you there. Okay, as far as early bird tickets are concerned, you're looking at Monday being that day. Okay, so that's when it ends. So please go ahead, take a look at the website, see what you like, and hopefully we'll get to see you at that event. So, just kind of going back to E3 because I'm just pretty excited about it. So, E3 radio. So tell me, what are your plans for E3? What do you want to do?
Long term, I believe it's just the beginning of us creating platforms for ourselves. I think we're in a time where media creation is coming from people, not so much coming from networks. I think that there's something to be said about networks. I think they have a place and a time to really reach mass audiences. But I think that we're at a point in time, and we're a generation of creating our own, owning our own, creating our own. And I think that E3 radio, the radio piece is just the beginning. I know in my vision there's E3 TV, there's E3 media networks, there's a lot more that can grow from what we're doing, and we're just at the beginning of it all.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here. The fourth Friday of every month here at Affinity Community Services. You just heard the plan for E3 Radio. I definitely recommend you go to that website, check them out. Check out the event coming up, which is Thursday. And also, don't forget about our gala, which is November the 3rd, which is the second annual Black Gold Casino Night with Affinity Community Services. So, when it comes down to it, when we're talking about marginalized groups, there's not a lot of resources and outlets for us. So it's really important that when we see those opportunities to support one another, that we do. Okay, so we appreciate that E3 is coming to the door saying, hey, look, how can we support Affinity Community Services? And in turn, Affinity Community Services comes to your door, viewers, and say, hey, look, what can we do to support you? So if you go to the website and you see, something that you feel like is missing, reach out to us. Let us know what type of things that you want to see at an organization that's meant to service you. Does that make sense?
It's perfect. It makes perfect sense. I think that oftentimes people don't know where to start with nonprofit organizations. I find that people who are from Chicago often have their own communities, and so going to a community organization seems odd or out of place.
Yeah, true.
But community is community, and Affinity is a beautiful place. I've gained so many mentors and friendships from the people who have stepped foot in Affinity, and those things have been valuable to me. And I've found that the community here is just so supportive. And so when people say things like, "Oh, people don't support each other," I just don't know those people,
right.
And those are not the people that I've found actually surrounding places like Affinity and places in the community that are also serving other underrepresented communities of color specifically. So I encourage you to to not only look at the website, but give us a call, send an email. Board members are always happy to meet up and have conversations and have coffee or tea or whatever.
I like coffee.
I like tea. and talk about the organization and the services that we provide, the programs we provide, and something, anything new that you think is needed. There's always evolving need, and I think that we're here to provide those and provide the solutions to those needs.
That is perfectly put. I mean, remember, organizations like ours can't exist without you. Okay, so that means you have to come to the door. You have to say what you need, say what you like, say what you don't like. Allow us the opportunity to craft the organization to fit you. Okay, because that's what we're here for. We're here to support each other. I mean, when you think about it, do you see a lot of organizations that have two masculine center women sitting representing them? No.
That would be no.
Rhetorical question, I provide the answer.
Before we close out, I know we're almost at time. And
Yeah.
if you do want to call in really quick, Omari might let you through. 312-738-1060. But since Juvan is... Oh, cool. We got 5 more minutes. Since Juvan is one of our newer board members, I think this is a great opportunity for me to ask Juvan a couple of questions.
Yeah, this wasn't a part of the plan. We went through this before.
It wasn't.
Okay.
But since I'm here, I think since you are a newer board member,
okay,
tell the good people, why did you choose to take on that type of leadership role at Affinity, and why did you feel like it was important?
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so look, here's the thing. Growing up, I never really saw individuals that looked like me, right? I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. And so coming into the city, into my, adulthood, seeing folks of color in the LGBTQ community was, magnificent. But the only time I felt like I really saw them was at the club, at the club or at the bar, where you're not really able to have those genuine connections, at least for me, right? Because I'm somebody that need to be like, hey, how you doing? How's your life? I need to be able to do that. And I feel like I can't do that at a club, right? And so I actually came across Affinity through a friend, went to the site, found out, some things that were going on, and showed up to one of the first Spectrum meetings. The Spectrum meetings are held the third Friday of every month, and they are meetings focused on individuals of masculine center. Okay, so I showed up there and sat in a room full of people that identified like me, which was like so dope. Like I haven't had that experience outside of liquor being, poured and music blasting into your eardrums till they just kind of radiate with what's going on. So anyway, so I showed up there and immediately was just drawn and was just like, hey, what can I do? Because once again, you see something that you like, to make sure it stays around, support it. Plain and simple. So what can I do to support? I ended up jumping on the marketing committee, did the marketing committee for a little while, and when I had the opportunity to jump on the board, I had to. And the reason why is I can't say that I'm all about supporting organizations that support me if I don't do the very minimum to support those organizations. And for me, that's going to be service. What can I do? What talents can I bring to the table to help expand? And so that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Here. Hi.
I loved it. And I think one thing that Juvan mentioned that is really a part of the core of Affinity is that people who want to serve on the board do serve on committees first, right? Board service is a huge commitment. And so it's always good to sort of have a lead in. You want to put your toe in the water before you go jumping in the ocean. So people actually serve on either our marketing committee, our fundraising committee, before actually joining the board, and they do that for 3 months. And typically, in that 3 months' time, you realize whether or not you had the time to do the work, or if you don't. I think a lot of times people have good intentions, but they don't know how big of a commitment it is to actually serve on the board of directors for a nonprofit organization that has one staff member and serves the entire Chicagoland area and has been doing so for over 20 years.
Thank you so very much, Imani.
Hello. We are very grateful for our executive director, Imani Ripper-Gordon. And it takes a lot of not only work, but passion. Mm-hmm. And it's exhausting work at times. And so you really have to know that's really what you want to do. And I think that it's probably the most gratifying work that I've been a part of at Affinity. It's a humbling experience knowing the sisters that started the organization knowing that, this started out of a great need 20 years ago. And the need is different today, but the need is still very great. Yes. And I think that us recognizing and staying on top of what that need is what we're called to do. And it's important for us to continue to expand the vision of what they started to say, what is Affinity in 20 more years? And that's what we're charged to do. So wow. I'm always excited about raising money for Affinity. I'm excited that we're going to give back to Affinity this year. I'm excited that we're giving back to the church within the church movement this year. And I'm excited we're just going to have a good time. Let's be very clear. Fundraising does not have to be a boring experience. And so this concert and silent auction is going to be lit. We're going to be fly in our purple ties and our purple outfits, or accents, however you want to come at it, it's going to be really, really dope.
This is absolutely true. For real. I already got my tie ready to go, my fit. I'm very excited. Please show your face in the place. So with that said, we are here the fourth Friday of every month. You can catch us, Affinity Community Services. Thank you so much, Anna, for being on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And go to our website. Check out the info. Come out and support an organization that's all about you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.